Welcome to the recap of the 3-day live challenge where I walk you through how to generate $1,000 or more per month in 2026 using simple options bots. And on this training today, you will learn how to make money. I will show you the exact strategies that's been working for decades and how you can trade them even if you're new. I'm not only trying to make money, I'm going to show you how to protect your account, how to use automation and bots to make sure that your trades not only trading for you, but that you're protected from major things like crashes and volatility, and how using this technology is way easier than you think. And I'm going to show you how to profit in 2026 using the exact options bots that I'm using today to make money as well. Disclaimer before I dive into all the fun stuff, you guys know this trading is risky. You're responsible for what you do. I am just teaching you some education. You are responsible for how you use it. And I'm not a professional. So if you'd like to go seek one out, please do that. Okay. Now, who am I? If you don't know who I am, my name is Austin Booley. I've been trading since 2017. I personally helped over 20,000 traders over the last 8 years trade the markets. And my option bots made me about $5,388 last month, October 2025. I should have updated these slides because we just ended November. I don't know where November ended, but we can look into that together later. You can see here a screenshot from Tasty Trade. They don't have a paper trading system. So if it's here, it's live money. You can see here October 2025, after commissions and fees, made $5,388. And that's roughly about what I make each month. So that's awesome. I love it, all done with bots, but it didn't always start there. When I started in the beginning, I tried everything from Forex to crypto to day trading to YOLO trades, all that stuff. And it just wasn't working out for me. I ended up blowing up two different accounts, which I started trading in college. I didn't have much money. Yeah, it was pretty bad that I did that. And then one time I actually started to get the hang of it. And then I made some money. And then over a single night move, I lost $15,000 from one trade. That absolutely wiped me out, wiped the account out. I was so stressed that I basically gave up on trading for a while until I realized trading is can still work. I saw it working for other people. I may feel helpless, but the goal is to make sure that I provide for my wife. So I know that if others can make this work, I can make it work too. And with that idea, I discovered something called Tasty Live, who is teaching this idea of option selling, going further out in time, selling reliable option strategies, and being able to use that to profit consistently. And so I moved to that strategy and I started making money consistently. No more huge losses, no things like that. It was awesome. I made anywhere from 1,000 to 3,000 a month, and it was great. However, here's the problem. I was still stressed all the time. If you know anything about option selling, it is consistent, it is great, but if you're not watching the market 24/7, because you can lose money because if the market just dips or volatility spikes or something in the news happens, because options are leveraged, you can lose a lot of money real fast. So I had no free time because I was constantly checking the market first thing in the morning, last thing at night. If you're here on this training, you've probably done that before and you need to know there's a better way. And I was thinking the same thing as well. So I started doing research and I came across this article that said 70% of all the trading volume was done through algos. What does this mean? This means that all the buying and selling happening of all those transactions, 70% of those trades were done by bots. And this was an article written back in about 2020, 2021. So imagine now, 5 years later, where we are at. So I bet it's closer to 90, 95%. So what does this tell you? It tells you that if you aren't using bots, you're probably being taken advantage of by people who program bots to take advantage of your weaknesses, your emotions, the breakouts that you try trading that everybody does the same thing on. So you need to be using bots. That's when I spent the next 2 years of my life to create the options auto trader, which is the easiest way to automate any options trading strategy. And by using it, I was able to increase my profits. I went from making on average about 2,000 a month all the way up to now 5 grand a month, which is insane because nothing changed other than just using the bots. It was able to execute on my system more efficiently. It got me in at the right times, out at the right times, so just overall increased my profit. But not only that, it decreased my risk. I love using futures options because it can get me out overnight before crashes, and the bots were able to watch my positions overnight and get me out when needed. So many times I've been able to exit positions because of my bots, and I wake up and I see that I avoided thousands in losses because the bots were watching my account overnight. And that's what's amazing about it. But not only that, it gave me my time back. It allowed me to have peace of mind, knowing that my trades were always protected, which allowed me to do what I really want, which is spend time with my wife and not be distracted. Spend time with my wife and give her all my attention. And that's what I was able to do. And it's been amazing. But I had not only had success with this, but others have too. Like Ryan made $3,500 in his first 30 days. Roman made $100 in his first 30 days. David, who made 1,000 in his first 30 days, and Dean, who made $700 in his first 30 days. Guys, these are people who either had options experience or no options experience, a small account or a large account, and they were all able to do this. But not only were they able to do this in the beginning, but people are still using the options auto trading today to make money. We have a leaderboard, which shows you how well people are doing. And if you see this week alone, or I should say last week, people made as much as 18 grand from one bot, 9 grand from a bot, 8 grand from a bot, six grand. You can see here the top 5 are above 6 grand for a single bot. So these tools are still working today. And that's what I'll be teaching you on this training. So if you are tired of being glued to the screen, if you hate the emotional ups and downs that come with trading, if you're stressed about crashes, volatility spikes, and news, if you want to trade options without having to actually trade options, and you are trying to generate consistent income for 2026 so that you can provide for your family with peace of mind, you are in the right place. Let's dive in. Here is the recap from day number 1 of the 3-day training I did last week. And here was the core concept. To have a profitable options bot, you need a profitable strategy. Your options bot will only be as good as the strategy the bot is running. Got it? So how do you pick a profitable strategy? I love this little quote here. I say it a lot. This has 60% of the time, it works every time. This is how I feel about every single option strategy, guys. I've been trading for 8 years now, and I have tried everything. And what I have learned is that basically every option strategy there is, credit spread, put selling, you can buy a put, you can all these things, butterflies, iron condor, strangle, straddles, all that stuff, they work 60% of the time. They work every time. Okay. These strategies are great. The problem is when one trader relies on one strategy to make money in every market. Guys, there's so many different types of markets, and you're going to end up making money then losing a lot of money because you traded a good strategy in the wrong market. Okay. So here's an example. If we have a put credit spread, for example, right? This makes money when the market goes up. So if we are in a bullish or bearish market, what market should we be trading this in? It's a simple question. Bullish market. If you are trading put credit spread, only trade in a bullish market. What happens if you trade in a bearish market? You lose. Okay. What about a put debit spread? This is the inverse. It makes money when the market goes down. Okay. So what about it? Should we be trading this in a bullish market or a bearish market? We should only be trading this in bearish because it makes money when the market goes down. So here's the key point. All option strategies work. Just make sure you're trading them in the right market. So the real reason most traders lose money is because they trade one strategy 24/7 and end up losing when the market changes direction, aka you're using a strategy, but not in the ideal market for that strategy. So what's the secret? Just trade the right strategies in the right market. So let me break this down for you. Here is an example strategy portfolio where you can run the right strategies in the right market. Again, when I build a portfolio of bots, I build around one main strategy that's going to make most of my money. Then I build protective and ancillary bots that wrap around that to help protect the main one. Okay. So I use a long-term bullish bot, and this is what generates 80 to 90% of the money that I make. The money that I made in November 2025, almost all of it came from, or literally all of it came from bullish bots. Okay. So I use one long-term bullish bot. This is what makes up most of my money. Why? Because more times than not, about 80% of the time, the market is trending up. So I can take advantage of that using a bullish bot. Something like a put credit spread, a one-on-one strategy, a short put strategy, buying calls, anything like that is a bullish bot. What I do to help now protect that bot is I add a long-term bearish, right? If I'm using a put credit spread, that only makes money in bullish markets. So I should only be running that in bullish. What happens if the market turns bearish, right? Then I need a bearish bot to take advantage of it. That comes the put debit spread, a long put, a short call, something like that. So those are the main strategies that are going to make up a bulk of the money. And then I need to think, okay, how can I best protect these bots? If you've been trading for any amount of time, you could probably list off 5 different scenarios where you lost money. like something like vol spiking, vol crashing, market crash overnight, all these things. You list out all those things and you build a protection strategy. So my protection strategies revolve around VIX. So I can have VIX protection strategies like a vol spike bot that makes money when volatility spikes to help offset losses that way, or make a bot that makes money when volatility crashes or anything like that. I can also have crash protection strategies like an overnight crash, an intraday move. If it's crashed so far in a single day, maybe I can buy a put and do something like that. So I start with the long-term bullish. That's where I make my money. Then I layer on the long-term bearish to protect the other side. Then I add the short-term protection strategies like VIX and crash and all that stuff to support and create a well-rounded portfolio to make money in any market. And this is the portfolio that I would run for 2026. Not that I would run, that I am running for 2026. And I would recommend that you guys look into as well. So that's what we covered in day one, is the best strategies to run during the right markets and how to build that together. In day two of the training, we covered this. We turned my strategy portfolio that I just showed you into simple options bots using the options auto trader. So we took this portfolio and we automated it. So we turned it into a long-term bullish bot that only runs in uptrending markets, a long-term bearish bot that only runs in downtrending markets. We have a daily active bot to help with the daily activity, and a VIX volatility spike bot that profits when volatility spikes to help cushion any losses there. So that's how simple it was to literally automate the entire thing. And now this portfolio of bots put together will most likely profit when the market is in a long-term uptrend, because that's where it's designed to. Most of the money comes from the bullish bot. It will make money when the market's in a long-term downtrend because we have the downtrending bot. It will work money when the market trends intraday because we have the daily activity bot. When volatility spikes and contracts, it's going to make money because of our VIX or our volatility spike bot. And it has protections, which we'll be covering in the day three recap. So again, all this stuff is covered no matter what the market does. 99% of the situations are covered by this bot portfolio. Now, creating any bot is so simple with the tool called the options arbitrator that I told you about. You simply just select what strategy it is, how you want to trade that strategy, what symbol, what DTE, how are you going to pick the strikes. Then you say how often you want to enter the trade and how you want your trades managed. Just like that, you now have a bot that's built out. So do you want to see a demo of exactly how I built out these 4 bots? If so, let's dive into it right now. Welcome to this options auto trader demo. I'm going to walk you through how simple it is to connect your broker and automate your first options bot in as little as a minute. So let me walk you through the steps. First thing we need to do is connect our broker. We'll click on our profile image, click on connect your broker. You can see here right now we connect to tastytrade, Charles Schwab, Thinkorswim, Tradier, TradeStation, and we even have our own paper trading systems so you can test out bots without ever risking your own money. You click create connection, and just like that, your account is connected. Now, let's build out these bots together. As we talked about, the best systems to run a bot portfolio, something where you have a consistent money maker with a lot of bots that support it and protect it. So if we build out some of our favorite bots, we can do that together, but we also have an auto trader section where you can pick from our strategy database. These are strategies that have been proven based on decades plus of back tests and over 2 to 3 years of live trading with my own real money that I have put it to the test. You can just install our best daily income bot, our best overall income bot. You can just do that with one click and start using these bots. But I want to show you how simple it is to even create your own. So in this section, this demo, I'm going to walk you through create an auto trader. The main money maker bot for most people is going to be a long-term bullish bot because most of the times the market goes up. So we're going to run a credit spread. We'll do an SPX credit spread on our long-term strategy. We'll go 90 days out in the future. We'll do a nice 10 delta, which is going to make it super safe. We're going to do strike offset out of the money, which means whatever strike is picked at the 10 delta, we're going to sell that put there. And then we're going to buy the option $20 below it to help cap our risk. This means that at any point, our risk is going to be about $2,000 per trade, which can still give us a very decent return. So again, we're going to sell a put at the 10 delta. Then wherever this is picked, we're going to go $20 below to buy our protected put. Just like that, super simple. Next, I define how often I want to enter. I'll say once a week on Wednesday, lunch session. Keep this as normal. Looks good to me. But as always, if we want to run a good strategy, this is a great strategy, but it needs to be run in the right market. So if I click on show advanced settings, I can come down here to the indicator settings and I can make sure it aligns with the market. I can do a simple moving average. 200 or 100 tends to be a good period. If it's above this, that means the market is trending up. It means that SPX is trending higher. So that means that I'm going to be doing great because I'm going to run a bullish strategy bot that does very well in bullish markets. And now I'm making sure that it only runs in bullish markets. Click save and continue. I've now done my entry rules. Now I define how I want it managed, 50% take profit, 21-day early management. This gives me a very profitable high win rate setup, especially at 10 Delta. I'm already using the credit spread to define my risk, so this makes it awesome. I can save and continue there. Don't want to stop loss because I have the protection already. And then how much money do I want the spot to use? As I mentioned, it's about $2,000. We have a $20 offset, so $2,000 max buying power requirement. I can also come in here and add extra safeguards, which you're about to learn in the training, but like things like prevent market crash, enable this. I almost always enable this for my long-term bots. Save and continue. Just like that, you can see here, I'm going to sell one SPX 10 Delta, buy $20 below. I'm going to enter weekly on Wednesday, but only when price is above the 100-day moving average to make sure that I'm in line with the market trend, my management conditions to make this flawless, and then my account protections to make sure my trades stay protected and the account stays secure. I'm a save auto trader. Just like that, I've created a SPX 990T credit spread that I can now use, and I can easily build any other protection bots I want, like a VIX volatility bot, a daily income bot, or whatever I want to run. All right, guys, that's how simple it is to get yourself set up with your own options bot and options bot portfolio. And for everyone who just wants to get started with one click, you can go to the strategy database and with one click, start using these bots. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the demo. Let's continue on in the slides. All right, guys, who here thinks that the options auto trader is awesome? Hopefully you're able to see it clearly. If not, we can always dive into it later during the Q&A section. But that's how simple it is to build out your core bot, the bullish bot, and then protect it with other bots just by saying, I want to do this and this, clicking a few buttons and getting it set up, or just going to our strategy database inside of the options auto trader, clicking and using some pre-built bots based on proven strategies, both with backtest and real money. So could you imagine being able to wake up in the morning, enjoy your morning, slowly wake up, drink some coffee, sit out on your patio or whatever it is, and just be able to wake up slowly, look at your bots and see that they've already made money for you. That is the power of the options auto trader and using proven bots. So that's what we covered in day number 2, how to take the strategies and fully automate them using the options auto trader. Then here's what we covered in day number 3. Running the right bots in the right market will prevent most losses. As we covered, almost all option strategies work, but when you run them, whoopsie daisy there. It looks like it jumped out. Okay, can we guys all see my screen? Can we hear me? Can we good again? My Wi-Fi has been choppy this morning due to some weather that I'm in, but I think we're back online. Perfect. Got a yes. Awesome. Sweet. Sweet. Got it. Let me go back here one sec to make sure we covered it. Okay, so day number 2, we covered how to take the option strategies and actually automate them so that we can take this strategy portfolio and fully automate it. Day number 3 is what we cover next, which is this: how running the right bots in the right market will prevent most losses. Guys, if you run a bullish market, a bullish bot in bullish markets, you tend to do good. And then if you do a bearish bot in bearish markets, you tend to do well. It's the easiest way to prevent a lot of losses. But it's the easiest way to prevent losses, but also the easiest way to have consistency in terms of trading returns. But the devil is in the details, okay? Here are 5 small settings that make a huge difference, okay? Now, here's the thing. These 5 small settings cannot take a losing bot and turn it into a winning bot. That's not how it works. You have to have a great portfolio set up, like one great bot, and then bots that protected that we've already covered. Once you have a proven system or a proven bot that's working, if you take these 5 settings and apply them, it will make it even better. Okay. Setting number 1 is FOMC days. Guys, this is where I've lost a lot of money. If you're currently trading by hand, you know that you have to look at in the morning, what is today? Is there market news today, like FOMC, that's going to massively move the market? If so, should I stay out or should I trade all the way up until that time? Should I trade through that time? And a lot of times trading through it ends up losing money. So inside of the options auto trader with just one click of a button, you can say enter on or prevent entering on FOMC days, which means that when it's a FOMC day, it does not enter trades. So for short-term trades like 0 DTE and 1 DTE, this can save you so much money. If you look at a performance of a zero DTE strategy, and you simply just back test it with using FOMC days and without, the without almost always outperform. So just like that, you can avoid the risk that comes from FOMC days just by enabling this one button. Setting number two is entering on red days. If you're using long-term strategies, what's great about it is that once you have a solid strategy working long-term, you can increase your odds of winning, increase your credit collection just by entering on red days. Now, a lot of people have a hard time doing this because of emotions. You get scared, you get stuck in the way, even though you know it gives you the highest odds of success. So you can click to enable this to enter on red days that you will automatically get higher credit collection and you will increase your win rate. Not only that, you have setting number three, which is early assignment risk. When it comes to early assignment risk, this is actually where I had the $15,000 loss overnight because my contract got assigned to me early, meaning once my contracts, my option contracts go in the money, they can be assigned on me and I can be responsible for thousands of dollars. If I want to avoid that risk entirely, I can do enable short strike management. And I can say that, yes, once my options are now in the money, close them out early, or just close the short legs, or close the long legs, or however I want it managed. And that way, I can make sure to reduce early management risk or early assignment risk. I can remove it off the table. This is one of the greatest things ever. It would have prevented me from a $15,000 loss, but now you guys can do that without having to worry about it. So that's the amazing part of taking a lot of the risk out of options trading. But not only that, we have assignment risk. If the contract expires in the money, then you could be at risk for thousands and thousands of dollars, depending on the contracts you're trading, right? And so we have a simple setting that says no, do not allow trades to expire in the money. And that means 30 minutes before the market closes, it will actually go in and close your trades out if they're in the money to prevent any assignment risk. So just like that, with two simple settings, you can remove a ton of risk from yourself as an options trader. These are things that traders will forget about on accident and lead to thousands and thousands of dollars of losses that you can now remove forever just by enabling these two settings. And then setting number five, which is our crash safeguard. This will not get you out of the 100% of crashes, but by using math, we look at when is the market statistically over leveraged, overextended, and then we get out of it during that time. And so this has saved me from a lot, like the 2018 crash, from the 2020 crash, and more. And that's going to help you get out as well. So it's going to protect you from about 60 to 70% of crashes, which is still a lot better than not being protected at all. And so this has saved me a ton of money as well. So these settings all combined will help you avoid FOMC news and volatility risk, will help you collect more credit with less risk, will help you prevent early assignment risk, will help prevent expiration assignment risk, and will help predict against extreme crashes. So if you want to be protected against all those things, you're in the right place using the options auto trader. That is the recap that I had. Super short, super simple. Use the right strategies at the right time, turn them in the bots to remove the emotions, remove the risk, and then use these settings to reduce your risk even more. That is a short recap of the 3-day live challenge. And the reality is this: even if you use a tiny fraction of all that we covered during this recap today, don't you feel like you've taken a huge leap forward in your options trading? I don't know what you knew about options and bots before coming to this challenge, but I bet that some or all of what we covered today was new and valuable to you. Stuff such as learning how I went from blowing up 2 accounts to consistently making money through the options auto trader, how it increased my profits, decreased my risk, and gave me my time back, and how this tool is still working today with bots every single week. And you can see it on our leaderboard. Even go in and copy and steal these bots for yourself. You learn the power of trading the right strategy in the right market, how to create a portfolio that supports itself, how to turn that portfolio into a bot portfolio so that it's fully automated for you, and then the simple settings that can reduce a ton of risk, reduce assignment risk, and things like that. And you also learn that if you're tired of being glued to the screen, tired of the emotional ups and downs, tired of stressing over the market, and want to trade options for consistent income, that this is the best tool for you. So let me ask you this. Was our time together so far valuable? And do you now feel more confident in your ability to generate options income on autopilot? And is it fair to say that using this strategy or the strategy portfolio that I taught you, you'll have an unfair advantage over other options traders? If so, then with your permission, would you be interested in hearing about our crazy Black Friday / Cyber Monday offer? If so, let me know in the chat. If not, we could just jump straight to Q&A and avoid it. I just want to make sure you guys are interested. If not, no worries. I know that plenty of people have signed up already. Kyle says, interested. All right, sweet. We have those one person interested. We'll just dive into it. And then we'll get into the Q&A. Then it's with great pleasure that I introduce you to the Oat Black Cyber Lifetime Double Discount Deal. A lot of words to mean this. If you want to generate consistent income on autopilot, you need the Options Auto Trader. So here's a crazy Black Friday / Cyber Monday offer. Here's the deal. The Options Auto Trader costs $12,000 a month to run. It's quite expensive. That's the software by itself. It also costs with support and developers and other team members. We have another 12 grand a month. So this is quite expensive. But as more people join, we start to actually make a profit, which means that I can charge less money because we're actually starting to break even. So the typical user in the software is paying $1,970 a year, which is still a super fair price for a software like this if it could make you $3,000 a month. So if all this software did was finally make you a consistent $500 every week hands-free, would it be worth 2 grand a year? Absolutely. Based on an ROI perspective, it's definitely worth the money. If all this software did was help you have true time freedom so that you were no longer stuck to the screen, would it be worth 2 grand a year? Absolutely. Your time is worth way more than that. And if all this did was give you the ability to sleep at night because it protected you from market crashes and volatility spikes, would it be worth two grand a year? Absolutely. You saw my greatest loss was 15 grand. If I would have had the software, it would have cut that in half, if not way more. So it would have totally been worth its weight in gold. So I'm going to do something crazy for you guys. I'm going to give you the most insane deal ever for this Black Friday / Cyber Monday, and because it's basically the end of the year. Now, this offer will expire tomorrow at midnight, so be aware that it is ending soon. So what is your price? I'm not going to charge you 10 grand like others for a simple options bot. I'm not even going to charge you 2 grand a year like others who have access to the software right now. If you go to our site, you'll literally see this as the main pricing, 2,000 a year or 5 grand a year, depending if you want unlimited bots and things like that, right? For everyone on here today, during this Black Friday Cyber Monday offer that ends tomorrow at midnight, you can get it for the extremely low price of just $997. That's right. You can go to oatdiscount.com/50 to claim your 50% off discount to get started with the Options Auto Trader. Now, let me explain a bit what this means. Instead of paying 2 grand to join the Options Auto Trader like most people do, you are getting an exclusive discount to join the Options Auto Trader for just $997 a year. That's right. You lock in a 50% off discount for life as long as your subscription stays active. So if you're going to use this tool, you might as well upgrade to annual today and get it for cheaper. You will be reminded for the annual subscription renews, and you can easily cancel or contact our team to do in case you don't want it to continue. We will remind you, we're not going to try to sneak by. We want you to actually get value from this tool, and I know you will. And then if you don't, then just ask for a refund because I want to make sure you're here and you're getting value. And you can do this by getting started now and claiming your 50% off discount for life at oatdiscount.com/50. Now, you might be saying, Austin, what if I'm already a member? I'm already paying 2 grand a year. Can I upgrade to unlock this offer? Yes, you can get the 50% off discount for life right now. It will prorate your plan, meaning it will apply whatever remaining balance you have to the new payment. So it will switch you over and it will make sure that you get onto the new plan that's 50% off discount for life. And it will switch you over right then and right there if you go to oatdiscount.com/50 to continue using the Options Auto Trader, but at the discounted price. Now you might be saying, what if I'm on a trial or what if I just got started? We can easily upgrade to this offer immediately. It will end your trial and immediately upgrade you into the yearly. But yes, you can with just one click do that. If you go to oatdiscount.com/50, you can do that. So guys, you can get started for just 997 bucks. You can lock in that discount price for life, which I've never done before. You can lock that in by going to odiscount.com/50. But this lifetime discount is not only insane, but you also get a lot of bonuses. You're going to get the increased bot limits. This is the old one right here, where you can see 25 live bots and 50 paper trading bots for the pro plan. But you get the pro plan with 100 paper bots and 30 live bots. You get increased bot limits when you sign up during this offer. You also get bonus number 2, which is the options trading toolbox. This is a tool that has real-time data access to some of the best tools on the market. Guys, there are a lot of different softwares out there that each charge anywhere from 100 to 200 $200 a month each. And it's things like GX data, back testers, screeners, all these things that are super important for options traders. I went in, I built them all under one software, and I'm giving you unlimited access to it for free for everyone who signs up during this special offer at odiscount.com/50. So again, you will get on the unlimited plan, which typically will charge money about $300 a year, but you'll get access to it for free when you sign up today at odiscount.com/50. So this includes tools like gamma exposure. So if you want to know exactly where the option is pulling the stock price, what the max pain is, the put wall, the gamma, all this stuff, it shows you in one simple screen. If you want trade ideas based on proven option strategies in real time, and you want to know your risk and everything about the trade, it gives you real trade ideas every single day. If you want a strategy screener, so you can screen for the best credit spreads, best iron condors, best butterflies, whatever it is that has the risk to reward that you want, then you can do that. If you want to back test your bots, if you want to back test your own strategies, you can do all that through the options trading toolbox. And it's all for free for you guys. This is literally things that people pay upwards of $1,000 or more a month to get access to all these tools, and you get it for free. So this will be launching to the public in 2 months, or so about a month now. In January 1st is the planned launch date, and it will be basically $500 a year for unlimited access. But when you join the OAT yearly today, you get instant access to it, so you can start using it. You don't have to wait till January 1st, and you will get free unlimited access for life. So if you want, you can go get started now at oatdiscount.com/50 to get access to all this, plus the options auto trader. But not only that, in about a week or so, I'm going to be holding a live training for everyone who signed up during this, as well as all the beta testers for the options trading toolbox. And I'll walk you through the best way to use every single feature inside of this toolbox, that you can make sure to use it, and also share your feedback of what you want improved. So we're going to be doing that together for everyone who's either a beta tester or what you now become a beta tester when you sign up today at odiscount.com/50. Not only that, you get bonus number 3, which is the signature OAT hoodie. I have one of these that I made for myself last year. My wife loved it and said that I should give it away. So I will be covering the cost of the product, the cost of shipping. I will ship it out to you. A hoodie for you guys. It says the Options Auto Trader. It's super clean, super nice, great quality. And you guys can get that. You get it for free when you sign up to the OAT yearly plan today at odiscount.com/50. Next, I'm doing a private challenge. So I know you missed out on the first 3-day live challenge that I did. I'll be doing another one in January so that we can talk about what the market is doing, where it's going, and we can debrief the market together, make sure we have all the bots set up to take advantage of it. And we'll be doing that live together only for the people who sign up during this offer in January to make sure that we crush it in 2026. So if you want to be a part of that live trading and you want to get the replays to it, make sure you sign up now at odiscount.com/50, and you will get access to this private challenge for free. Not only that, you get the 30-day money back guarantee, which means if you try it out for 30 days and don't make money or don't like it, we will give you all your money back and let you keep all the bonuses you got to say thank you for trying it out. So it's our insane 30-day money back guarantee. You get to try it, you get to put it to the test, and even if you don't like it or don't want it, you still get to keep all these bonuses for free. So here's what you're getting, because I know I covered a lot. You're going to get the Options Auto Trader locked in at a 50% off discount for life, $997. $997. You're going to get the strategy database, which is our 15 plus bots that are proven bots. You get that for free. You're going to get the double the bot limits, a $1,000 value for free, the options trading toolbox, instant access now, plus the training that comes with it next week. And you get that for free. You'll get the Oat Signature hoodie. That's a $50 value. You get it for free. You'll get access to the private challenge we're doing in January. That's for free. And the 30-day money back guarantee to actually try it out and keep all the bonuses, even if you don't like it. That's a total value of $9,787. You can get started now by going to oatdiscount.com/50, oatdiscount.com/50. You'll just open up a browser tab, go there and do that. I'll get to the Q&A here in a second, but I want to make sure that I put inside of the Zoom the link. So oatdiscount.com/50 was just put into the Zoom chat. So you guys can get access to it today if you'd like. All right, so guys, you have two choices now. Continue trading by hand, knowing how hard it is, the risk it takes, the time it takes, the things you're missing out on, or just deploy these simple options bots. Just start with one bot, move on from there, and you'll be able to deploy these and start seeing how they work. You can test it out on papers, so you never have to risk your own money, and you can start putting this into action and join a huge group of options traders that are now using bots to generate consistent income from the market. But let me help you out here because I want to show you how this works. So go to oatdiscount.com/50 by opening up a new browser tab or clicking the link in Zoom. You'll see this page right here. You will click on Get Started Now, and it will ask you if you are a current member or brand new. If you have never created an Options Auto Trader account, click I am new, and it'll take you to this checkout page, and you'll be able to get started and lock in this discount for life. If you already have an account, click I'm already a user. They'll take you to a page like this again, but inside of the logged in site, you'll click get started now, and it will instantly upgrade you to that discounted plan, and it will apply any money that you've already paid. So, it'll just prorate your account up into that new plan. So it'll be discounted for life and you'll get it. You can do that all by going to oatdiscount.com/50 right now. Now, if you haven't signed up yet, it's probably because you have a question. So I want to make sure I get all those questions answered since this offer ends tomorrow at midnight. It will go away. You won't be able to get all this. And so I want to make sure you get all your questions answered. So please put them in the chat. Please put them in the Q&A channel, and I will make sure to get to them. I'm going to go over a couple questions though. First, what brokers does this work with? This works with tastytrade, Tradier, Charles Schwab, TradeStation, and even our own paper trading system. It works with cash accounts, margin accounts, IRA accounts, 401k accounts. Every account you can have at the broker, it works with here as long as options can be approved on that account. How long does it take to set up? Literally takes less than 5 minutes to get your first bot set up. Super simple, and it only takes less than 5 minutes to manage. I personally log into the Options Auto Trader once per week. On Friday, I review the bot's performance, and that's it. I haven't changed it, I haven't done anything with it. I just log in, I see how it's going, and I do that once a week. And I've been doing that for about 2 years now, and it's been great. There's really no management once you have a proven system set up. Now, do I actually have full control? Yes, you can turn the bot on and off whenever you'd like. You can change the settings, update the settings, make the stop loss smaller, whatever it is you'd like to do, you have full control over it. You can update and change the settings however you wish and whenever you'd like. Can I automate other strategies than what you're giving me by default? Yes, if you can create it inside of a broker, like a broken wing butterfly or whatever strange zebra trade you want, you can do that through the Options Auto Traders. You can automate any strategy you want. I don't have it yet, but by the end, or I should say by mid-December, you should also have access to stock strategies as well, particularly covered calls and the wheel strategies. If you want to do that, that will be inside of the Options Auto Trader in about 2 weeks as well. Can I paper trade it first? Yes, we have a paper trading system that you can put and test it out so that you can see how these bots work with fake money before moving it to your live account. What about a volatility spike? This system has survived multiple volatility spikes and still been able to get our members out of it if they have stop losses set. But again, as I mentioned, we can also create things like VIX volatility spike bots that help profit during those times. How much money do I need? If you want to properly run this, you need at least $5,000, but the more the merrier. If you have above 25, you can do every single strategy in the book. But if you want to get started, you need at least $5,000 to run this. And what exactly is the guarantee? You have 30 days to put it to the test, to try it. And if you don't like it, you'll just ask for your money back. No questions, no worries. And we'll let you keep all the bonuses as well, like the hoodie, the upcoming challenge, and all that stuff as well. You can get started now at odiscount.com/50. Now I'm going to pull up the chat, get to all your questions, make sure we answer them thoroughly and fully, and then we will end this training. 10 Delta. Okay, so this is probably from a while ago. Yeah, but I just want to answer these questions. RK said 10 Delta means you are 10% of the move. Does it not mean that you have about a 90% win rate? Yeah. So it means a 10 Delta means you have roughly a 90% win rate. In the case that the market drops suddenly, that means that that's why you have protective bots that we mentioned to profit when the market goes down, and also have stop losses on those bots. Okay, let's see. Missed the beginning. Will there be a replay? Yes, there will. Tim says, consider offering the system for free and just build based on a percentage of returns. I would love to do this because that would best align our incentives. But no, you can't do that. It's illegal for me to take a percentage of profits. Like, I've looked into it. It's actually like the United States. It's illegal because I'm not a registered financial advisor who's the only people who can take commission fees. No, can't do that, but I can still make it super cheap, which is what this is right now. What was the capital you used to get your unrealized gains for the month? I use about 35 grand to make that money. So I make about a 10% return per month on the money that I have invested. If I make about 3 to 5 grand a month, it means it just depends. My bots are using anywhere from 30 to 50 grand. There's 100 grand in the account, or about 200 grand, depending. And then it only uses about 30 to 250 of it, just because I like to use a small amount. But yeah, so making a 10% return on capital each month, on average, of course, no promises there. Tim Golden says, can I use a trailing stop after 50% take profit toggled? Absolutely. The options auto trader allows this. You just go into the options auto trader underneath the management rules. You say 50% take profit. Then there's a setting below it. You can say enable trailing stop after take profit hit. And then you can set it to whatever percentage you want that trailing stop to be. So all that can easily be automated through there. Let me get to the questions inside of here, which says, are you running a deal for unlimited plan? Yeah. So if you want the unlimited plan, that is also there as well. If you want access to weekly coaching calls, unlimited bots, and you want me to personally review your bots every single month, I do that inside the unlimited plan. And there's also a discount on that until tonight at midnight. So you can take advantage of that as well if you'd like to do that. What is the options bot portfolio inside of the unlimited plan? Yes. So if you choose to upgrade to the unlimited plan, which is also discounted today, you can do that, and you get access to the options bot portfolio, which is the portfolio that I personally run inside of my 200 grand account. That is the best bots running in the right market. So there's a certain indicator, certain settings that get unlocked inside of the options auto trader that make sure your bots align with the market at perfect timing. And so that's what that bot portfolio is. It's basically a trend following system for our bots. Fabian says, always a pleasure learning from you, Austin. A good recap. Still make sure that I'm running the right strategy in the right market. Yeah, that's literally the only takeaway from this training. Then you are golden and you are good to go. Whether you're trading by hand or with bots, just make sure you're using the right strategies in the right markets. Make sure there's some market adjustment to your entry rules, that you're just not entering to enter, but that you're only entering the strategy when it's best for that market. OTT says, how quickly does the platform open and close trades? Do you track slippage? If so, what do the metrics indicate? We do not track slippage, but we're able to open and close trades in less than 100 milliseconds fairly quickly. It's fast. We also, depending on what broker you're using, some brokers are slightly faster than others. That 100 milliseconds also includes the broker's time of execution. It is really fast. We can get you in and out. We do make sure that we limit slippage as much as possible. It's not something we track, but it is something that we actively work on improving. We have some average metrics, but yeah, it's a pretty great system. Larry says, okay, so in Canada, there's no way for your bots to trade. Larry, I'm so sorry to say that at the moment, we do not have a broker lined up that supports Canadian users. I know, I wish we did. I've contacted Simple, I've contacted Questrade. Both of them have yet to get back to me, and I contact them a lot. I don't know why they're not reaching out or just getting back to me, but that I am looking for a Canadian broker. My next attempt is Moomoo. I am meeting with their team literally this Friday. I'm flying out to New York to meet with the team at Moomoo to work out an integration. So if that works out, then Moomoo will come online. and we'll be able to integrate with Canada. If so, I will let you know via email, Larry, because that will be a big deal. Oh, he says, is it possible to hedge with futures? Yes, you can put on futures options. That can be done. If you're mentioned actually buying futures or selling futures at the hedge, that currently cannot be done. We only do options at this point, but in about 2 more weeks, we will support stocks so that you can do things like covered calls and wheel strategy. Villager says Pros has about 10 broker accounts. They will be all different accounts, but maybe on the same broker. Is that correct? 10 broker accounts mean like individual accounts inside of a broker. So let's say you connect Tasty Trade and that's 5 brokers, 5 accounts inside of it. And then you connect Charles Schwab and that has 5 accounts inside of it. That would then hit your 10 account limit of how that works. Yeah. So all the accounts inside of a broker does count. OTT says, does the backtesting toolbox work with the strategies initiated using webhooks? No, the backtester does not work with webhooks. It only works with the strategies and the rules that you can set up inside of the backtester, which match all the rules inside of the options auto trader, except for webhooks, because webhooks trigger one off and I can't backtest webhooks. NW says, is there a chance of a monthly membership? I guess you can. It will be a lot more expensive. It's about $200 a month versus the $1,000 for the year that you get right now. But if you do want access to that, shoot me a message at email, support@optionsautotrader.com or hello@optionsautotrader.com, and we'll get you the link to sign up for monthly. Kyle Davis says, could you go over what the unlimited plan is? Yeah, so the unlimited plan just means unlimited bots and personalized help from me. So we do weekly coaching calls where we talk about the market, what's happening, and I help you out with your bots if you need help. I also do a monthly bot review. So I look at your account, I understand what's happening, what your goals are, what needs to be changed to make sure that your bots are in line to hitting your goals and everything like that, which includes our options bot portfolio, which is a trend following bot system. So make sure to run our proven bullish bots and only bullish markets and bearish, things like that. It's a great system that a lot of people are using. Well, that isn't there. OGT says, are the orders submitted to broker markets or limit orders? Always limit orders. Great question. When you're trading options, you never want to trade market because there's always a spread on there that can make you lose a lot of money. So what we do is we submit limit orders at the best price that we can get filled, and then we slowly back up. So we work at the mid price. We can't get filled at the mid price. We slowly back up to either the bid or the ask, depending. And we update those limit orders every 10 seconds. So we try to get filled at mid, wait 10 seconds to get filled at next price, and then until we get the best fill for you. Just like you would be doing as a normal human is the way that it does it. Start at mid, slowly move back. It looks like GEX data update on a 15-minute cycle based on the PowerPoint. Any plans to improve the update speed? Yeah, so for the public, it'll be a 15-minute delayed cycle, but for people who are on the paid plan of the options trading toolbox, it will be real time. Is what you get as a part of signing up today. You get access to that paid plan of the options trading toolbox for free, which includes unlimited back tests, real time data, and all that stuff. So when you sign up today, you not only get the options auto trader at 50% off, get all these bonuses, but you also get to lock in the options trading toolbox paid plan for free. So it's in the same deal. Anyways, looks like I answered all the questions, which is great. So if you guys want to sign up, you can go to now oatdiscount.com/50. Open up a new browser tab and go to oatdiscount.com/50. This plan, this offer, this huge discount will expire tomorrow at midnight. So if not now, the win, because as I mentioned, time is ticking. This will end tomorrow at midnight. This offer will be gone. All the bonuses stripped away. So make sure you take advantage of that before it ends. So there's one last recap of what you're getting before we go. You get the options auto trader for a 50% off discount. You get the strategy database for free. You get double the bot limits for free. You get the options trading toolbox, typically a paid plan for free that includes a real-time GEX, real-time data, unlimited backtests, unlimited screens, and all that stuff. You get the OAT signature hoodie shipped out to you for free. The private challenge in January where we can go together live and make sure all your accounts are built and ready to make money in the year of 2026. It's coming up very soon. And you have the 30-day money back guarantee, a total value of $9,787. You can get started now for just $997. You can start now by going to oatdiscount.com/50. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed the recap. Make sure you trade the right strategies on the right market. Make sure you use bots to remove as much risk as possible. and use those 5 settings to reduce your risk a ton more. Outside of that's all I have for you. I hope I see you inside of the options auto trader. Go to oatdiscount.com/50. And for all those who do sign up, I will be sending out a training for the options trading toolbox coming up about next week, and we'll do that all live together. Anyways, guys, thank you again. I hope you had a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.